My name is Stevie Rizo. I'm a Christian R&B artist slash producer slash songwriter. When I think of elevating, I think of more hard work, more consistency, more purpose, just diving deep into what it is you had to get to, taking everything to that next level. That's what I think of when I hear elevate. So me personally, I like to serve my community. I like to go to nonprofit events and sing. Even at local churches, I do a lot of singing and songwriting. That's personally how I use my gift to serve my community. I feel most inspired when I hear new music. Just because as an artist, I know what it takes to release music, let alone produce it, write it, mix it, master it. I know all the steps. So whenever I see someone completing a full release, that inspires me, especially in my Christian community. Every time a local artist or artist that I know drop music, it was really what gets me inspired to just keep going and pressing forward. Music is something I decided to share with the world simply because it's like the biggest part of me. It's how I prefer to communicate, especially emotional. I don't really like to explain through talking. I feel like you can convey a much more powerful message through music. So I feel like music is a great form of communication. So that's why it got me. I practice self-care in my daily routine by being very structured. I have a complete schedule, like hour to hour, but in that schedule, I prioritize like reading the Bible and just tapping in with my creator. Also, what I eat. I try to have a clean diet, all those things that really keep me focused. Community is very important. Like I said, I like to serve locally. So even when I'm just being out for my own time, you want to look the part. We were made in the image of the Most High, so we have to convey an image too. So you wanna be fit, you wanna be spiritually sound. So you don't want to be out in the streets, especially locally, looking crazy and being off. So I feel like that's very important just because we were, like I said, we were made in the image, so we have an image to uphold as a Christian artist. A spiritual thing that really deepened my connection was at a young age, like growing up in church, I was always told that I would be a musician and I never wanted to be, but people would always come up to me and say, like God told me that you would be a musician. And I would just be like, nah, like not me. So when I actually fell in love with music, it was like overwhelming because I'm like, man, like God, you really said this. You've been sending this message to me all this time and I've been kind of like trying to get away from it. So when I actually accepted it and just surrendered my will for what I thought I wanted, it was like the coolest thing ever. So that first experience of just like seeing his words come to life in my own life, that would really served me best. My character ties a lot into the faith-based music and the culture simply because it's who I am. Like I was raised on hip hop and R&B and trap beats and 808s and heartbreaks, all the sounds that molded my character, that shaped my ear as an artist, all of which who made me who I am today. Just passionate, like I said, like 808s and heartbreaks was like a heartbreak project. Before that project, I probably wasn't even that open into hearing about heartbreak. So so things like that, like even like 808s when it comes to just heavy trap drums. Like I like to dance and like feel hype and that energy that 808s give you. Even R&B is more message driven, and it's like a crying out feeling growing up with that, and then putting all that together where you have an emotional response, you have an energetic response, and you have a loving message. I feel like that's what molded my Christian music into what it is today. With the music, I'm currently working on what I would like to call Bible story hits. It's something I started at the beginning of last year where I take a Bible story, I dive deep into what that story means to me, and then I make a song around that story. And if you know anything about me, you know I have a song called Esther, and that's where that song came about, just like diving deep into the Bible and then pulling songs from that. So I'm currently working on that along with dropping singles frequently. So that's the two things that I'm most focused on right now. I like to say what keeps me grounded is first understanding that I was sent here for a reason, like I have a purpose to fulfill. Because you can get lackadaisical and you can just, start blowing in the wind unless you realize you really are here for a purpose, and then seeing the people react to the purpose. So I feel like the music and the messaging is why I'm here. The messaging really hits home for people, something they can relate to and connect with. That's what keeps me going. Just because as an artist, like I hear certain things from other musicians and it gets me excited, like I said earlier. That's what keeps me going. So likewise, when fans of the music really tell me what they tap in with and what they really connect with, that just makes me want to go even harder and like keep me going, get me excited. So one of my most favorite scriptures, I feel like it's the most powerful scripture, is in Matthew's, where Jesus said to seek ye first the kingdom and all these and its righteousness, and all these things will be handed unto you. So that just let me know that like it's not about the things, it's all about the seeking. It's all about the posture of your heart first. So if you can first center yourself in the kingdom, then everything else will move around you and it will be easy flowing for you. This is Stevie Rizo, and you're tuned in to Elevate.